Supported operating system that should be either Linux or Windows. There is no support for Mac operating system audience. Virtual machine connection. How do you connect your virtual machine? Either you can connect with SSL or uh, R RDP, or you can use SSH. And for SSL communication, like you want to access your VM using a portal itself, then it is a Bastion. Okay, you have to configure the Bastion separately. Tomorrow probably we will discuss it. Creating virtual machine. Let's see what is there inside. So here we have to discuss the how to create in the from the portal and Windows virtual machine connection, how to make it. Uh, yeah, creating VM in the portal. You can configure Linux VM also. Okay, I don't know anything about the Linux, so I can show you that how do you choose the Linux machine. But the communication, if you know the Linux machine communication using PuTTY or something, that you can try it. So when you create the virtual machine, these are the tabs available as we have seen. Basic information, disk, networking, management, advanced. Okay, choose your operating system and then you can move ahead. So choose your operating system, what operating system you need to have. Connection, either you can use RTP, SSH for Linux, and Bastion is based on Linux, but you can open your you can open your VM in portal itself. So we have seen the demonstration of the VM creation process. You can install Linux virtual machine in your Azure infrastructure and you can communicate with the Linux using SSH. Okay. So either you can log in with the password of the uh, you can mention username and password in Linux machine also, or you can use SSH public key to do it to communicate with the Linux machine. You can try this one if you know Linux. Please try this one in at your site, audience. Virtual machine availability. So before we go for the virtual machine availability, let me see my demonstration, my virtual machine, where it is. Yes, my virtual machine is now running good. And there is an option to connect. I'm using RDP. Download the RDP file if you wish to connect. This is the public IP. Connected. Yes, so this VM is now ready to work. If you wish, you can do it. Yes, now it is ready to work. Okay, so let it be done. And we can move to the virtual machine. So what is there inside the availability? Many options are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bullet points are there and many tasks also pending. So maintenance versus downtime. Maintenance is always planned, right? That tomorrow I'm going to upgrade or patch my machine. So you have to make a plan accordingly. That machine I'm going to patch. I have to prepare another machine can provide the same service to the customer, so customer should not have any downtime. But in case of unplanned or unexpected downtime, definitely there is a downtime to the customer end. Because in case of unexpected downtime, machine will be shut down without giving any notification. And Microsoft, okay, in case of Microsoft, will migrate the data or status of the hardware, status of the virtual machine from uh, one particular rack or from one particular rack server to another rack or another rack server. Okay. So in that case, client will get a downtime, surely. But it is not hitting to the SLA, whatever Microsoft has signed with your company, right? Unplanned means, okay, before machine shutdown, machine is giving some signal by blinking some lights, maybe different type of lights message are there in the rack servers. So by glowing those lights, the server is indicating that I'm getting problem, please shut it down. Okay. So again, Microsoft will live migrate the data from one rack server to another rack server and make the faulty rack server down after that. So these are the different options we have: maintenance, downtime. Availability set. Availability set, as I told you, it is a collections of fault domain and update domain. And choice is yours, how many fault domains and how many update domains you can choose. By default, maximum 3 fault domains you can choose and maximum 20 update domain you can choose as per your subscription. But if subscription change, that would be visible when you try to use this availability set at your end using different subscription. But pass, they will give you 3 fault domain and 20 update domain. SLA is 99.95%. That means probably in the entire year you will get how much? 8 hours downtime in the entire year. Could be less. Okay, depends. So you can choose the availability set as per your requirement. Sorry. So update domain and fault domain. Our fault domain is a rack that we have already discussed, and update domain is a rack server. That could be a single rack server or that could be a pool of rack servers. Okay, depends. Availability zone. Zone means a different location of the data center present in same region. So every zone could have multiple data centers, and zone-wise replication is not a synchronous process unless Microsoft trigger it. Okay, so when you choose the zone, the data available to that zone, whatever data center present inside the zone, all will be uh, that many of replication or that many of clone of your virtual machine will be happening. Okay. Unique physical location in a region include data center with independent power cooling, protect from data center failure, combine update and fault domains, provide 99.99% SLA. That means in the entire year, it could be 5 or 7 minutes probably, or maybe 1 hour downtime for availability zone. Scaling concept. Audience, normally scaling are two types. One is vertical scaling and one is horizontal scaling. Now in horizontal scaling, we are increasing the number of instances. Like I have two virtual machine. Tomorrow my workload is getting higher. So I can increase two more virtual machine. That is called horizontal scaling, increasing the instances. In case of vertical scaling, instead of increasing the instances, we are increasing the bare metal sizes. Like my virtual existing virtual machine have 4 GB of RAM, but I need 8 GB of RAM, so I can extend it. I previously my machine have 1 TB of hard drive, but I need due to higher workload, I need to add 1 TB again so that I can do so. So this is called vertical scaling. But horizontal scaling is something different. Horizontal scaling is increasing the instances with the same set of bare metal, same set of application is also available. Microsoft is supporting both of it, vertical scaling and horizontal scaling, but in a different way. Vertical scaling means Microsoft allow you to change the bare metal instance. Like right now I'm using two virtual CPU, 8 GB of RAM. I can increase or I can change the sorry instance size from 2 virtual CPU to 8 virtual CPU. So when I choose 8 virtual CPU, all the other options, RAM, hard drive and thing, all those also getting changed. I cannot increase individual, I cannot change individual physical component. I have to change the entire setup. Microsoft also supporting horizontal scaling. We have a scaling option, scale out and scale in threshold value and all that we can configure, and based on that, the scaling will happen. So scale set, VM scale set will allow you to create uh, the scaling provision. Means when demand is high, automatically number of instances are getting high, and when demand is low, automatically instances also getting low. So how to create scale set, that is called virtual machine scale set, that we will see soon. So you have to configure the VM scale set. There is a scale set threshold value that we have to configure properly, and then we can uh, define the how the scaling will happen, scale out or scale in, that we will discuss. So auto scale option is there. Automatically scale will happen, but yeah, definitely there is a options. Okay. Implementing auto scale, either you can do manually or automatically customize. So when you choose customize, this option will appear. We will discuss in the portal. I will show you in the portal. Just wait for a while. Virtual machine extension. So before we go for the virtual machine extension, let me go back to the portal. This is called virtual machine scale set. Choose your resource group where you want to upload it. Okay. Provide the name of the scale set. Oh, oh. This one is okay. Region again is TOS2. So choose your image. Size, let me check the price. It is taking 9,000. Okay, let it be, no problem. And username, same like our normal VM, but there is some change that we will see soon. License, if you wish, you can apply the license and you can go for it. Okay. Availability zone, I can put my VM scale set in availability zone. Let's say yes. Go to disk, SDD. I don't need any extra disk for it. Just move ahead. Networking, choose the same VNet. They have no other virtual network. All the subnet has been used. Hmm. Hmm. Subnet one. Okay. Go with the default one. And it has taken new subnet. Use a load balancer. If you have any load balancer, you have to attach it. Okay. And backend pool is this one. So when you create a VM scale set, don't leave your VM scale set alone. You have to create a load balancer and attach to it, because VM scale set VM should not be used individually. That should be used through the load balancer, because all the VMs is running a same kind of application. Got it? It is not an individual VM at all. Now go to scaling. So in scaling, you have to mention that the initial instance count. Instance count means here it is saying that when you create a scale set, how many VM should be present in the scale set initially. I said two. Okay, I can write three, I can write four, anything. So four VM will be created automatically. Now, if scaling happen, means if workload is getting higher, how it is scaling? We have a threshold value. Okay. So before we reach to threshold value, we have an option minimum number of VM available. So in the scaling, how many VMs should be present, no matter workload is high or low? That particular VM should be present. So I said two. That should be equivalent with your initial instance count. Okay. And maximum number of VM, if scale out happen, means if your instances are increasing one by one, automatic. So it can goes up to 8. Maximum 8 instance in your scale set can create. Not more than that. If your workload is getting higher, let it be. Not more 8 VM will be created. Now scale out means increasing the instances. So it is saying if your workload is higher, how it is? If all the existing virtual machine CPU utilization more than 75% for particular time period, we will see that duration in minute, 10 minutes. So till 10 minutes, if all the existing VM CPU utilization on an average more than or equals to 75%, then the VM will be increasing. The instance of the VM will be increasing, right? So I say not 75%, 80%, let's say. Not 10 minutes. Okay, sorry. Not 10 minutes, 5%. Every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, if all the CPU, all the VM average CPU utilization more than 80% or equals to that, the within 5 minutes it will take it and average it, and VM will be increasing. How many VMs at a one shot? Two VMs. So every time two VMs are increasing, but not after reaching to the 8 number of VMs, it is not going to increase anyway. Same way, if scale out happen, then what is the average CPU threshold value? If they all the existing VM showing 30% average CPU threshold value, then the instances automatically getting deleted from your account. How many? You can say two. So every time two VMs are automatically deleted if demand is getting low. Okay. So scaling policy, if you mention the policy, I'm just moving ahead. Boot diagnostics as it is with our previous options. Okay, I'm just go with the health option. Wait for a while. Let me go to the previous. You can monitor the application health. Any application running inside the VM scale set, you can check it. So since I don't have any application, so I don't need to enable it. Otherwise, I can check the health of the application. Go to advanced, same way, extension you can add, and allocation policy enable scaling beyond 100 instances. Okay, beyond 100 instances only possible if you are using managed disk. By default, it is yes. But if you are using unmanaged disk, this 100 instance cannot be possible with a VM scale set. Okay, so if your instance require 200, and if you say no, then after reaching to 100 instance in your scale set, it is never goes to 101. So if you know that your instance maybe it is require 200 instance in one particular time, then you have to make it enable, and as well as you have to choose the disk that should be managed disk. Spreading algorithm, maximum spread as much as possible as per the region wise, or you can make a limit on it. Okay, now review and create. So this is the scaling. Now I have used CPU scale, but if I wish I can use another matrix also. Since it is taking time to create, let it be. In between, what we can do, we can discuss the next lesson actually, virtual machine extension. So what is extension? Custom script we have seen. So virtual, yeah.
Yeah, Sujit, how long it will take? Actually, it is exceeding, and our other activities it is likely to impact now.
Oh, 6:30 it is. Oh God. Maybe our more 5 minutes.
And also, many of the participants are not there on the call. It seems only 8 or 9 are there if you count.
Yes, all the participants are actually there. Rest of the things like Revati, Abhishek, they are the separate one actually. But Anil, Ashish, Bharat, Hemant, Nitin, you guys are the participants, actual participants who has been nominated by Microsoft.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, no.
So,
Earlier I used to see bigger
ah,
lists, so somehow it is squeezed at the moment.
yeah, those are from the my company actually. Okay. Uh, they are spectators, you can say. So yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
No problem. I'm taking 5 minutes more. I'm sorry, actually, I didn't notice the timing. The content is very heavy and I need to discuss everything. That's why it is taking time. Sorry, audience, for your delay.
Yeah, but what happens even our grasping also goes down. Like if we are thinking
Lots of
about some other things as well. Yeah, no problem. Like yeah, if it is a 5 minute thing. Yeah.
sorry, I'll take just 5 minutes more to do it. Okay. So virtual machine extensions, as we have discussed, it is a post-installation activities like antivirus installation, any kind of service enable activities. So those things we are doing with the extension. Just write a script, or you can select a particular antivirus or some kind of agent you need to install with your virtual machine that you can choose. And so the effectiveness is when your VM is ready after installation, those information is automatically enabled. So that is the use case of the extension. Remember, if you remember, I have used a agent, VM agent I was installing. So yeah, custom script, you can upload a custom script if you wish. We have a PowerShell script. If you want to install any app service using the script, that you can do so. You just enable the upload the custom script. The script will execute, and that particular service will be available to your VM after installation. DSC, disaster configuration manager. This is also a script required to enable or disable certain kind of services. Sometimes we are configuring the application also using DSC. But DSC not only install the application, sometimes it is monitoring it. It is making the desired state maintain. Means it is monitoring the desired state and keep it maintained. Like if anyway, if anyone try to stop one service, okay, that you have installed using this particular script. So DSC automatically find out that service has been stopped by someone, and after a few minutes again that service become active. So this script is very much useful for in production environment to maintain your baseline uh, configuration. If something is happened wrong with your baseline configuration, automatically it will be re-healed. Okay, remediation process you can also do using this script. So custom script we have added in our virtual machine. Yeah. So just 1 or 2 minutes. Let me check my VM scale set is ready. Yeah. So this is my VM scale set, prod VM scale. And if you click on the instances, there is a two instances running, underscore 0 underscore 2. The name has been automatically taken. I didn't mention anything here. So it is updating with the another instance. And there is a scaling rule. So earlier I was just using CPU threshold value, but if you want, you can add your own extra rules also. Okay, there is a rules, add rules. Now it is CPU threshold value, but if you want, you can add rules. So when you open the add rules, you will have other metrics also, like disk read and write. Okay, see, RAM utilization and all those stuff. See, this is the matrix name. Premium disk read and write cache. Okay, you just scroll down. You can see other network related activities, inbound flows maximum creation rate. Okay, so based on different metrics also you can design your scale out or scaling rules, and based on it either the VM will be scale out or would be scaling. Choice is yours. So this is end of this module, audience. Now if you want to ask any query, if you have any query, please let me know.